All right, let's talk about one of the most important jobs we have as parents, raising confident kids. In today's Explainer, we're going to open up the Parents Toolkit and pull out some really practical, powerful strategies you can start using, like today, to build real, lasting confidence in your child.
You know, it's probably the one question that keeps so many of us up at night. This world can be tough. It's full of challenges. So how do we give our kids that inner strength, that deep down belief in themselves? Well, here's the good news. It all starts with a few foundational skills that any of us can learn and, more importantly, teach.
So, where do we start? Well, the first and most important tool in our toolkit is probably not what you're thinking. It's not about what we say. It's all about how we listen. Because that true connection, the bedrock of confidence, that gets built when a kid feels genuinely, truly heard.
And look, we're not just talking about passive hearing, like when the sound just goes in one ear and out the other. No, this is active listening. It's a full-on skill. It's the conscious choice to put everything else aside, turn toward your child, and really engage with what they're trying to tell you, both with their words and with their feelings.
And if you think this is just some, feel-good thing, think again. The impact is huge, and you can actually measure it. Get this. Research shows that students with really well-developed listening skills score a staggering 20 to 30% higher on comprehension tests. Just let that sink in. That is a massive academic advantage, and it's all rooted in this one fundamental skill.
But it's not just about grades, not by a long shot. Listening, it turns out, builds the whole child. It actually sharpens their mind, it helps them build better friendships, it allows them to understand what other people are feeling, and it even helps them develop patience and self-control. I'm telling you, it's a real-life superpower. And here's what I find so fascinating. We're always pushing reading, right? But this quote from Dr. Catherine Snow at Harvard, it kind of flips that on its head. She makes it crystal clear. If you want a strong reader, you've got to start by nurturing a strong listener. Listening comes first.
So where do they learn this amazing skill? Well, no surprise here, it's from you, from us. Every single time you put down your phone, turn to face them, and truly actively listen, you're giving them the most powerful lesson of all. You're modeling a connection that screams, "You matter, I hear you."
Okay, so that's tool number one in the toolkit. Now let's grab the next one. We're going to pivot a little bit here from listening to others to how a child learns to listen to themselves. We're going inside to help shape that all-important inner voice. I absolutely love this analogy. It just makes so much sense, right? You wouldn't feed your kid junk food all day long, so why would we let their minds just feed on junk thoughts? This is about mental nutrition. Seriously, it's about feeding their minds with the kind of thoughts that build them up from the inside. So how do we do that? Well, there's this incredibly simple but really profound practice called mirror work. And yeah, I get it, it might feel a little weird at first, for you and for them. But trust me, there is something so powerful about having your child look themselves right in the eye and say something kind to the person they see. You can start with something just like this. This one directly fights back against that little voice that says, "I'm not good enough." It helps them understand that all their little quirks and unique qualities aren't flaws. They're actually their greatest strengths.
And then there's this one. So simple, right? But oh man, is it powerful. Kids can get so focused on their mistakes. This little sentence helps build a core belief in their own fundamental goodness.
And this one, well, this is kind of the ultimate goal. Not just liking a few parts of yourself, but practicing total self-love and acceptance. Teaching a child this early on, wow, that is a gift that will last them their entire life. Okay, quick recap. We've laid the foundation with listening, and we're building a positive inner voice. That's awesome. But now what? How do we help our kids take all that good internal stuff and actually use it out there in the real world? When they're facing challenges like anxiety or trying to tackle a big goal. Let's be honest. When our kid is anxious, what's the first thing we all want to say? Don't worry, it's going to be fine. And we mean well, but a lot of times that can accidentally make them feel like their feelings are wrong. So instead of that, check this out. The goal isn't to just slap a happy thought on top of a worry. It's to help them find a more realistic thought.
And the way we do that is with a tool that's super easy to remember, the STOP method. It's the simple 4-step process that literally puts them back in the driver's seat of their own brain. S, what's the scary situation? T, what's the worried thought I'm having?
Oh, okay, what's an other, more realistic thought I could have instead? And P, this is the best part. Praise yourself for figuring it out. It's like cognitive therapy, but made simple enough for a kid.
And speaking of big plans, well, this kid's got them. Maybe a little ambitious, but you have to love the confidence. It's a perfect reminder, though, isn't it? Every single child has dreams and goals, whether it's making a new friend or, taking over the world. Real confidence comes from learning how to turn those dreams into an actual plan.
And that brings us to another key habit for building confidence. Begin with the end in mind. It sounds kind of formal, but all it really means is thinking about where you want to go before you start the journey. When we teach kids how to visualize their goal and then think through the steps to get there, they stop just wishing for success, they start building a roadmap to achieve it.
So, as we start to bring this all together, all of these incredible tools, the listening, the affirmations, the anxiety busters, the goal setting, they all point back to one central, crucial person in a child's life.
And while that person is you, this is the core message we want to give our children. You are the leader of you. You are in charge of your choices, your thoughts, your actions. That sense of ownership, of agency, that's the very definition of confidence. But it's also a powerful message for us as parents, isn't it? We have to lead ourselves first.
And this is the thought I really want to leave you with from Nelson Mandela. Because when we as parents actually practice this stuff, when we really listen, when we model self-acceptance, when we confidently chase our own goals, we do more than just teach our kids. We give them permission to shine their own light, brightly and without any fear. So here's my question for you. What is one small way you can let your own light shine for them this week?